Aloha guys, and we are back at Disney World. Our first day, we went to Hollywood Studios. Now I'm gonna kind of like do like a video diary of like our whole day and what we've done, and kind of give you some tips since it's still fresh in my mind what we did and what went on. Now, everybody asked me, what do I take to the parks? And simple. If you need to carry something, bring a backpack. Like if it's wintertime, bring your hoodies with you. I mean, we don't come back to our hotel. We stay at the parks from opening all the way to closing. So we don't come back to our hotel room and grab jackets and take a nap and go back to the park. We kind of stay there all day. So I take everything we need to the park. So if it's wintertime, a hoodie. I carried hoodies with us, but we didn't really need it. Now it is the beginning of March 2016, and it wasn't really it was nice, cool, not too humid weather, so no hoodies was really needed, and it was just great weather, not sweating or anything like that. So I did forget to bring sunscreen, and I kind of got a little sunburn, but sunscreen is a thing maybe you should take a look at bringing as well. But a backpack is a must if you're going to need to carry things. Now security is kind of tight from before. It's kind of thick for someone who's going there on like their first visit to Disney World. Yeah, it's not a very great experience, but I mean, they do check to make sure that we are safe. So they look for contraband and stuff like that. So they were very thorough in my bag. So my suggestion, if you got to carry a backpack like this, I like bags with a lot of pockets, a lot of things, but simpler the better. Less pouches, less things that they have to search through. I mean, they even searched the side pockets, the front pocket, and everything. You even had to take out the hoodies to search the bottom. So if you need to carry a bag, carry a simple backpack. Less pockets the better. 2 zippers, 3 zippers at the most, and you can just whip through that security line fast. But other than that, if you have a lot of pockets, it'll take you kind of a while to get through. But also, I do have a thermos or some type of carrying drinks. Now I don't like the plastic ones, because what we do is we fill up ice in this, and like this is a a hydro flask. You don't have to get a hydro flask, but just get any brand that will keep ice really cold. We also have a Sahara, the Tiger, that one's really good as well. When you put ice in it, it lasts the whole day. So what we do is we fill up ice in this, and then we get to the parks, you buy water, or even if you buy, like, say, we have the dining plan. So when you eat lunch, we get like a large drink, and then we just get like iced tea, and we just fill up the iced tea in here because the ice is already in here, and it'll just keep the iced tea cold for the rest of the day. So that's another thing that we take. And then, like I said, mentioned about security, it is very tight. So try not to carry too much stuff, or like a lot of different bags or small bags with inside the bag, which I do have. I carry the camera equipment, the camera gear, and all that with me. So I do have all that in a small bag, so they had to take the small bag out as well and search that. So that took kind of a long time. So I will be revamping my carry gear for future trips, but until then I gotta carry what I got now. So now the first thing we did when we got into the parks was go to Rock and Roller Coaster. Now this is a great ride. For those of you guys who had never been there before, it's basically like an Aerosmith kind of feel to it, and then you're like kind of going to hit one of their concerts in an extra stretch limo and stuff. And it's a roller coaster. It's a lot of twists and turns, and it's very fun. So that's very thrilling as well. And then after that, we went to Tower of Terror. Now we had a fast pass. We go to the parks when it first opens. Like, I think it was at 9 o'clock, and we had fast pass for 10:15 for Tower of Terror. But when we got there, Tower of Terror is usually busy. Like, it's always busy, like long line, long waits. But when we went there after Rock and Roller Coaster, it was only like 20 minutes. So we figured, we'll just wait in line, and then we pushed our fast pass back, and the next available one was 10:40. So we stayed in line for Tower of Terror, went on the ride. We got off, and right when we got off, it was 10:45. So we said, oh, we just went back in the fast pass line. So we rode Tower of Terror twice, and that was pretty cool. Now, after Tower of Terror, we had lunch. It was like around 11 or so. The lunch places just opened like at 11. So it was perfect timing, no lines. We were able to just get what we wanted to eat. We just ate quick service. I mean, we have the dining plan. So basically, the dining plan is one snack. We have one quick service and then one table service. So me and my wife, we just shared the one quick service because we weren't really too hungry, and then we were going to have an early dinner anyway. So we just shared one. So we actually have an extra quick service now, and I'm going to cover that later on as far as like, you know, why we can use that for later on when we have our other table services we're going to be kind of using up a lot. So but after that, we ate at that Sunset Ranch Market. And like I said, they just opened. There was no lines basically. But as we were eating, it was just a little cheeseburger. But as we were eating, the lines started to get more crowded because it was like around 11:30, 11:45, which is usually lunchtime for everybody else. So then around that time, the lines started to get longer. But you know, we were just before the crowd. Perfect timing. We ate. Then after we ate, we went to Star Wars, the Star Wars characters. Now, that was crazy. Actually, I kind of went off in there, and we spent a lot of time, because the Star Wars one, you get a basically character meet and greet. So you go watch a film, which was kind of like talking about how they made Star Wars and kind of like not really the history of it, but just, you know, how J.J. Abrams basically made the newer Star Wars since it's more popular. And then was characters. You meet Chewbacca, and the wait times for that actually wasn't that long. Chewbacca as well as Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren was actually short the line, like 5-minute wait. I guess everybody doesn't want to meet Kylo Ren because he's kind of mean and rude. But anyway, that was our experience in there. And then from there, you can go and look at all the different. This was at Launch Bay. Now, as you go down when you enter, you go down the main road all the way down to where the Sorcerer's Hat used to be, but now it's just a stage. You look to the right, and then now there's going to be the MGM Studios, and you're going to see Launch Bay right there. And then from there, after the characters, you're going to go into like where you can see a lot of the memorabilia, or a lot of the props and stuff that was all in movies and so forth. And I mean, there was a lot of things in there. Like I said, I spent a lot of time there because I guess I am a Star Wars fan, so I kind of like took a lot of time just looking at all the different props in there for the movies and stuff like that. And then after that, you go to the store, where you don't need to go through all of that to go to the store part. And the store part is where you can actually get these name tags. Okay, there's a Star Wars one, there's Star Tours, there's the annual pass holder ones for those of you who are annual pass holders. There's all the different planets. You basically select between 4 name tags. There's 4 different kinds, and then you can select your like there's different planets, and there's other things as well, like Sith Lord, or there's a Disney World, there's Jedi Master, Padawan, all that kind of stuff. And you select that, and then you can get your name in Arabic. So in the back of the form, there's Arabic, and they give this back to you for, you know, because it has all the alphabet, so you can kind of like know how to spell your name in Arabic. But yeah, that's that. And then from there, you get the name tag. So I got one. This one is with my name in Arabic, but it says Stormtrooper. And this is a Star Wars one. And then after that, I got another one that was why do we have 2 Stormtroopers? Did we check? Oh, sorry, yeah, one is my wife's friend. Oh, hope he doesn't watch this video, because he'll see what he's getting. But yeah, every time he goes to Disneyland and stuff, he always gets us stuff, so we gotta get him something back. So so we got, yeah, another one, Stormtrooper. And then now we have another one. It's called Jedi Knight, of course, with my name again in Arabic, Jedi Knight. And then there's another one, which is Jedi Master in the Star Tours one. And this is the annual pass holder one, so you need to be an annual pass holder to get this. But this one's pretty cool too. And then this is actually a little pin in the back to pin it onto your shirt. It's not magnetic or anything like that. So you will need to pin it onto your shirts, as well as, what else did I get in there? Oh yeah, then I got this, a cell phone case. So actually, this one is the original, or like, you know, there's Han Solo, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and Princess Leia in the Millennium Falcon. It's a pretty cool one. Now, just a little warning: if you are going to go to, say, downtown, or it's not called Downtown Disney here, it's called Disney Springs here, there's a Star Wars store there. Just a little warning before you go and buying all these cell phone cases and stuff that they have in there. The launch bay in Hollywood Studios actually has a lot more selections as far as the print you can get on it. So I've got another one that I got from Disneyland with a Stormtrooper, and you know, those all have all those things. But this launch bay one, the one at Downtown Disney in California, didn't have this print, so you can get a lot of different ones at this store. So yeah, before you go and buy, you might want to go check this out, because there's a lot of different you know, print patterns and stuff like that. So and then that's about it from there. And then from there we went to Path of a Jedi. It's a little movie. It's by kind of Star Tours, by the Indiana Jones theater. There's a small little theater that they kind of show pretty much a lot of the releases of what's going on as far as you know, like the latest movies and stuff. And over there, I liked it. You know, some people are like, oh, you know, basically they kind of like merged all the movies together to kind of like tell a story of like what's going on, you know, kind of thing. It was pretty cool. I really like it. The way they put it together, I loved it. It was nice. That's a must check out if you are a fan of Star Wars, or even if you're not and you kind of want to see, because they kind of recap it. Basically, the way they made it was like a recap of from the first story all the way up to now. So they include everything in there. And then from there we went to Zootopia, and Zootopia was pretty much kind of like a highlight too of what's coming out in Zootopia, and it was about a 10-minute sneak peek, and it was awesome. That movie is cool. I want to go and watch it now. It was really fun, very funny. And then from there we went to Toy Story. Toy Story, if you don't know, Toy Story is another ride that's crazy. So now you fast pass Tower of Terror, because that one is always crazy. For some reason, it's like an hour wait and all that. Now, Toy Story is another one that's crazy as far as lines go and long waits. So that's another one to fast pass if you definitely want to ride these things. But those two rides, I suggest fast passing. And then from there, we went to Star Tours. Star Tours, we had another fast pass for that. And Star Tours, pretty much Star Wars. They kind of incorporated the First Order now in there, or Star Wars 7, the latest movie. But I kind of like the story doesn't really match for those real hardcore Star Wars fans. I'm not like hardcore. I'm not real nitpicky. I thought it was pretty cool too, Star Tours. But some nitpicky ones would kind of say, you know, because in the beginning, there's all different kind of stories, and kind of match it up with some transition points. But it starts off with Darth Vader, and then from Darth Vader, it transitions into BB-8, and then from BB-8, we went to where there was Jar Jar Binks, went underwater and Jar Jar Binks, and then from Jar Jar Binks, it went. I mean, it's just from going from Darth Vader to BB-8, which is supposed to be 30 years later, and then going back to Jar Jar Binks, which is before even Darth Vader. I mean, it just, the story, it doesn't really kind of match up. But I mean, that's, like I said, for the hardcore guys, they're like, what? It's not really. But that's something else. Okay. Then from there we ate dinner. Yes, it was early dinner because Mama Melrose. We ate at Mama Melrose because they had the Phantasmic Dining, which, if you've never done it, I mean, definitely do it. The Phantasmic Dining, you have a special section where you sit, and pretty much it's like in the middle. It's like prime seating, and it's it wasn't like too crowded, but it was a great experience, being able to see in the middle. And then everybody else kind of like surrounds you. Like there's fast pass people who kind of like sit on the sides of you as far as the middle section goes, and then from the sides is the fast passes, and then from there everybody else that didn't get fast passes or anything sit even further out. But yeah, so the Mama Melrose place with the Fantastic Dining at Mama Melrose is worth it, because Mama Melrose, you do get an appetizer, entree, and dessert. Some other with your dining plan. Some others restaurants you only get the entree and then dessert. So you get appetizer with Mama Melrose. That's pretty good deal. Now, with the Phantasmic Dining, there's other restaurants that provide Phantasmic Dining as well. You just gotta check your Disney Plus app, or just online and just kind of do your research. Phantasmic Dining, I think, is the way to go. Now, after that, we just went to take pictures around because we have Memory Maker. Now, for those of you guys who don't have Memory Maker, I think it's worth it, because you get all the pictures. You see all those guys, the photo pass people, at certain photo op places. You take pictures. You get all of them, all the pictures. Even the rides. When you go on the rides, certain rides that take pictures. You scan it with your band after the ride. It goes into your Memory Maker, and you get all of that. So everything that PhotoPass guys take, all the rides that you go on and you scan, you get all of that. So, like at the end of the ride, you want to buy it. I think it's like $20 or something like that. $20 in 3 rides, 4 rides, it can get kind of costly. You get the Memory Maker, you get them all, as well as going around and taking pictures at certain places. You get that as well. For me, I think it's worth it. So we do get the Memory Maker. Now, after that, in that area, there's a bookstore right next to Sci-Fi Cafe, Sci-Fi Diner. That's another place to go to. We love that place as well. But anyway, we didn't go that time. But there's a little bookstore there, kind of like a coffee shop bookstore, and I found these are for you Star Wars fans. There's like all these Star Wars books in there. Like, it was crazy. Books I hadn't even heard of. And the thing is that some of these books, I think, tie the old, the original Star Wars, like Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, to the new one, the First Order, or Star Wars 7 that's out right now. There's a gap, right? There's your Return of the Jedi, then there's a gap, a 30-year gap supposed to be. Now, these books, I'm not sure if they actually in the middle, but they're supposed to take place. There's like the Rebel book, and there's the Smuggler's Bounty and all that kind of stuff. So definitely these books might be it, but like I said, I'm a fan. I'm not a hardcore fan that kind of like knows every little thing about everything out there, but definitely these books might be the ones that kind of tie in. So you might want to check out those books, if you were kind of like interested in that. And then after that, we just did some shopping. We got a friend that's gonna have a baby, so we kind of like got them, this little Mickey jumper, or I don't know, but it's pretty cool. So we got this, and then we got this. I gotta get a clapboard. When I do these videos for you guys, basically I use this to, I kind of clap right now, but to sync the videos. I use this to sync the videos, but yeah. And then we got these towels little hand towels and stuff like that. Like I said, my wife's friends, they always go on trips and they buy us stuff. So yeah, so we just got some gifts for them as well when we go on trips. And then from there, after shopping, then we went to the Fantasmic. Fantasmic was a great show. If you haven't seen it, you gotta see it. And if you did see it, they kind of changed it a little bit. The dragon's a little bit different and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool to see. Seems like they got more fireworks and stuff like that in the show. So that's always definitely a must to watch. I mean, we've seen it how many times already, and we always enjoy it. So definitely, Fantasmic is a thing to go and watch, as well as the Symphony of Stars, which is basically a fireworks show based around the Star Wars music, and you hear some sound bites of parts of the movies and stuff like that. But that's always a great show to watch as well. There is a dessert kind of thing where you can do. That's, of course, you got to purchase that. But it's a dessert little area section that you can go and have dessert as well as watch the show from there. So, and that's based upon the Symphony of Stars. But if you're gonna do that dessert show thing, you're not gonna be able to watch Fantasmic because it starts at 7:30 and Fantasmic starts at 7:30. So definitely, if you already saw Fantasmic, then you can go and do that dessert one. But if not, there's a lot of room to watch the Symphony of Stars, because it's pretty much right in the middle of that whole thing, that Main Street area. Well, not really Main Street. That's taken over by Magic Kingdom. So that, I don't know what that called is, but that whole walkway into the area, you can watch it from there. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And we just caught the shuttle back to our hotel room, and now we're making this video for you guys. Aloha.